So today we'll be looking at circles, arcs, and tangents. And we have three objectives for today, right? We are going to be constructing circles passing through points. So the first one is that we're going to be looking at a circle passing through three randomly placed points. All right, so three randomly placed points, and we want a circle to geometrically pass through all 3 points. The second objective, we are going to construct a circle to pass through a point and blends tangentially with a given point on a line. All right, therefore, we're going to have a point, we have a line, and a point on the line. And what we want is for a circle to pass through the given point and touching the circle at that specific point on the line. The third one, we will have this time 2 points, right? So we have 2 points away from a line, and we want a circle that will pass through both points and touch the given line. All right, so let's start with objective number one. All right, here we go. So here we have, for objective number one, we have circle passing through 3 points. We have three randomly placed points here, R, T, and S. Now, the first thing that we want to do is connect any two points. We're connecting any 2 points. Therefore, we can find ourselves connecting R to T, and we can connect T to S. Or we could say S to R and R to T. So any combination that you want, you can connect those lines. Now what we want to do is we want to find the midpoint of these two lines. So finding the midpoint would be similar to bisecting each line. So for example, line RT, we would bisect this line, and bisecting the line means find the midpoint. So the good thing with AutoCAD is that we don't have to go with compass and scribe here, and then where the two arcs intersect, that's the point. No, all we need to do is we just simply alt type point, right? And I am going to click the midpoint. So once I see the triangle, that's the midpoint. So you see that? That is the midpoint, right? Let's repeat point, and I want to find the midpoint of this line. Now, once I see the triangle, it means that there is the midpoint. And that's all we're doing. So what I want to do now is to draw a line from here that would be perpendicular to this line RT. All right, want a line that is perpendicular to RT. So let me see. Polar tracking on, and we see if we can get the 90. Now, all right, let's say we're not getting the 90. We get a circle, drop a circle there, then circle again, put a circle here. What is the length of this circle? It doesn't really matter. We just draw a circle as long as the circle is bigger than this original circle. We're going to copy this circle. So we're going to copy this circle, and we'll take it from this end to that end. Now, notice that the two circles meet at a point. So we draw a line now from there, from the center to this point. So there we have it. We have just, let me get rid of this now. So we have just drawn a line that is perpendicular to RT. Let's check it to see if it is actually perpendicular. So we click on dimension, we type A, enter, and then we click from here to there. And notice that we're getting 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees. So we know that that line there is perpendicular. Now let's get a line perpendicular from here. Now in this case, we have a line that is perpendicular. All right. Let's hope that. Let's do the same thing. Let's do the same thing again. So circle, and it's just a random circle. Then we repeat circle, put it at one end here, and we just open it up as long as it's bigger than the original, than this circle here. Then we'll copy this and we'll move it from this side to that side. Once that is done, then we will draw the line from here through there. So we know now that that line, we can remove these. So we know now that that line is perpendicular. All right, so what I can do, I will just extend this line. All right, extend that line there, and then I'll just say ext, and I extend this there. Now where the two lines intersect, where these two lines intersect, let me go for a point, PO, drop a point there, and that point now will be called O. And O, let me copy that, O O will be the center of the circle that will pass through this point, and this point. So let's go for circle, center, and we can open it up to either T or R or S. So look, click it there, see? S, T, R. All right, and I will change this to outline. All right, so there we have it. Circle, getting a circle to pass through 1, 2, 3 points. All right, that is how we get that one. So objective 1 complete. Now let's move on to circles passing through a point and blending tangentially with a given point. So here we have a point S, a given line XY, and on the given line XY we have a point P. Now what we're going to do is similar to what we did before, which is we have to connect the 2 points. So we go to draw a line, we connect S to P. Now once we connect S to P, the next step is to get a perpendicular line from P. All right, so we come here, we turn on our ortho, so I get a perpendicular line from P. What is the length of this line? How far up should you carry it? It's irrelevant. It's not relevant at this point in time. Now what I want you to notice is that there's an angle right here. Let me get a circle. Let me just get a circle there and trim the circle, because I want to show you something, right? So what you want to know, that there's an angle right here. All right, let me go to hatch, and I want solid, and I'm going to hatch right there. So I want to let you know that this angle right here, right? This angle right here, we want to copy this angle and make that angle be over here, right? So all I can do, there are several ways in which we can approach this. Get back the circle that was there. So if I go back to circle, center here, and open it to there, right? I just take this circle and I bring it right there. Good? So I have that circle here. Now, what I want to know is, what is the distance from the opening of the mouth of the angle? This distance here. How do I get this distance? All right, no problem. I'll go to circle and I put the point right here and I open it up to right there. All right, all I need to do now is carry this circle and I'm going to put it right here. Now what you see now is that, let me just trim this up. Let me trim this up. So I'll break instead. BRE. All right, so we're going to break this. All right, let me stop it right there. Good. And break again. Hold on. Break. We take it from here and go around there. Undo. Why is it do that? Anyway, any line that I draw from here to here, so from here to here, if we look at that, now this angle right here now, let me remove these, right? This angle right inside here is now equal to right here. So what I'll do with this line is I'm going to extend it, extend. Now once this line is extended, we type point, PO. I will drop a point right there. Now at this point here, we have now established O, which is the origin or center of the circle required. So this now would be O. So O is the origin or the center of the circle required. So we go to circle, center here, and we open it up to here. Alright, so what we realize is now that this circle, let me brighten the circle. Remember, we'll have to be working with our construction lines and outlines. Right? So at this point now we have a circle passing through a given point and touching a given line at a specific point P. Alright, so I hope, remember with the video you can slow it down in terms of you can rewind and figure out how I got to copy the angle here. So we want this angle. I will copy this angle and put it over here. Once we get this line from the copy in the angle, that line intersects with our perpendicular, would give us the center of the circle required. Alright, lovely. Let's move on to our final objective. So the final objective is circle passing through two given points and blending tangentially with a given line. So we have one. Oh, and the given line must be in bright line, outline. Alright, given line must be in bright line. Okay, so that one is in bright line. Alright, cool. So we're good with that. So let's go again. So we have 2 points, point A and point B, and we want a circle to pass through these two points and touching the line XY, but it must touch it tangentially. Alright, what do? You realize that there's a common thread in terms of what we do. We're connecting points. Right? We're connecting points. Connecting points. Connecting points. So we're going to connect points. Alright, so we're going to draw a line and connect the point A to B. Now once we've connected the point A to B, we want to extend it. Right? Because we're going to do A, B, C, D, E, F. And then we'll find O. Just remember that in your head. You must have A, B, C, D, E, F. And after you have F, then you'll find O. Let's go. So we need to find C. So find C, we say EX, and we're going to extend AB. Now once we extend AB, let me type point. We get a point right there. The point right here is called C. You copy this point and put it right there. So this point is called C. So we've just established A, B, C. Now we need D. Remember we tell you A, B, C, D, E, F, and then O. So bearing that in mind, you will know all the steps you need. So we need to find D. How do we find D? We go to draw a circle and we put it from C to B, because we want BC to be equal to CD. So we go to extend, and I'm going to extend. So now I've extended BC and I extend CD. So right here we have D. Copy C down here. So now we have D. Alright, let's go. So we have A, B, which is the given points. What did we do? We connect A to B, then we extend AB to the line XY so that we can establish C. After we get C, then we know that we want BC to be equal to CD. So that's how we do it. Now let's remove this circle now. We don't want that circle for confusion. Now we have a line now that is called AD, right? Click on this. We have a line that is called AD. Now what we want to do with AD, we want a semicircle. We want a semicircle. So we go to circle and we want to find the midpoint line now that is called AD, right? Click on this. We have a line that is called AD. Now what we have the line AD, and what we want to do is we want to find the midpoint of the line AD. So we go to circle and we are going to move it until we see that, right? So this triangle here now means that it's the midpoint. So when I open it up to A, right, you notice that when I open it up to A, it also opens to D. So I'm going to trim the bottom part of that because, as I said, I just want the semicircle. So I don't need the bottom part. I need right here. So what we will need to do now, right here, is I need a perpendicular line. I need a perpendicular line from here, right? So what I'm going to do again, remember how we did it? So we'll go to circle, center, we just open it up, and then we repeat circle from the corner here. We just open it up, get a bigger circle, and then we'll copy this circle. Alright, copy that circle, put it over this end, and now we have the two circles intersecting. We draw a line from here to where they intersect right there. Alright, so we can now remove these. We don't want these anymore. They were just there to guide us, to help us. So what I want to do with this now is I want it to extend and touch the semicircle in order for me to get what? E. Alright, so EX. So I want to extend this so that it touches the semicircle for me to get E. Remember now we said that we had A, B, C, D, E, and then F. So let me copy this. Drop this here. So now we have CD. We have a line, sorry, this would be E. So we have a line CE. So we have A, B, C, D, E. So we have a line CE. Now we want now to find F. How do we find F? Well, F will be the distance between CE. Right? So the distance between CE will give us the distance CF. How do we do that? Go to circle, put it at the center here, and open it up to E. So we open it up right there to E. So once we open that up to E, this point right here, point PO. So the point right here is, let me copy this, is where we find our F. So F is there. Alright, so notice now we get we get A, B, BC is equal to CD. Then how do we get E? E is dropping a perpendicular line from C to meet the semicircle. Alright, let me see if I can break. Wrong break. BRE. So I take it from this side to that side. Alright, so a break there. Right? So we have our BC being equal to CD. And once we get that, we get the semicircle. And we say CE must be equal to CF. Now once we get F, we're going to erect a perpendicular. So perpendicular from F. Let me turn on ortho to therefore we get a straight line. So perpendicular from F, and we can stop this line anywhere. Right? We can stop that line anywhere. And now what we want to do is we want to drop a point, PO. So PO point, and we want to find the midpoint. Okay, what we have to do is we have to draw a line between A and B. So we're getting a line between A and B, right? Why did I do that? Because remember we already extended AB to BC to CD. So to find the midpoint of AB, you have to draw a line over that, or overlay a line over that. And now I type point, and I will see the triangle. So from that point there, we will draw a line, and we want a line that is perpendicular. Let me turn off ortho. So we want a line now that is perpendicular, and I guess what we're gonna have to do, because I'm not getting the perpendicular tracking. So we're going to do it the old school way. So circle, all right, then we repeat circle, and from the center here, not from the center, from the edge, we draw a circle, and then we copy this circle, and we copy from the center of that circle to over the other end here. Now any line that we draw from here to here would be perpendicular. All right, so we can remove these now, this, that, and that, because we don't want those. Right, now what you notice is that this perpendicular line intersects this perpendicular line, and let me type point, POI, and we'll drop that point there. So right here, so is where, let me copy B. So B is now, let me convert this to O. Right, so if you notice now, AB is the original 2 points. We connect a line from AB, right? Extend it to the line XY to get C. Then we make BC equal to CD. Now we would have a line AD, which we bisected and get the semicircle. Once we get the semicircle, we erect a perpendicular from C. Anywhere that perpendicular touches the semicircle, we call that point E. Then we make CE equal to CF. On making CE equal to CF, we extend a perpendicular line from F, then we bisect or find a perpendicular from the center of the line AB. Where those two lines intersect right here, we call it O. We come to circle, center at O, and once I move it to, realize that, once I move it to A, you notice that the circle passed through B, the point B, and it touches the circle there. So let me just click on this. Since this is the final product, I will make that into outline. And there we have it. All right, so we have just completed the three objectives. A circle passing through 3 points. The second one, a circle passing through a point and touching a line at a given point. And the third one, a circle passing through 2 points, in this case A and B, and touching a given line. All right, I trust that these series of videos will help you a lot in your geometry for the C6 syllabus. All right, share it, like it, And I think this is the first time I'm saying in any one of my videos to subscribe, man. Subscribe because there's more coming. All right. Thank you.